Knights, this week's advisory lesson is digital citizenship. Let's take a look at some of the negative impacts of cyberbullying. There's a TED Talk followed by some discussion questions.
How many of you are completely comfortable with calling yourselves a leader? See, I've asked that question all the way across the country, and everywhere I ask it, no matter where, there's always a huge portion of the audience that won't put up their hand. And I've come to realize that we have made leadership into something bigger than us. We made it into something beyond us. We made it about changing the world. And we've taken this title of leader and we treat it as if it's something that one day we're going to deserve. But to give it to ourselves right now means a level of arrogance or cockiness that we're not comfortable with. And I worry sometimes that we spend so much time celebrating amazing things that hardly anybody can do, that we've convinced ourselves that those are the only things we're celebrating. And we start to devalue the things that we can do every day. And we start to take moments where we truly are a leader, and we don't let ourselves take credit for it, and we don't let ourselves feel good about it. And I've been lucky enough over the last 10 years to work with some amazing people who have helped me redefine leadership in a way that I think has made me happier. And with my short time today, I just want to share with you the one story that is probably most responsible for that redefinition. I went to a school on a little school called Mount Allison University in Sackville, New Brunswick. And on my last day there, a girl came up to me and she said, "I remember the first time that I met you." And then she told me a story that happened 4 years earlier. She said, "On my day before I started university, I was in the hotel room with my mom and my dad, and I was so scared and so convinced that I couldn't do this, that I wasn't ready for university, that I just burst into tears. And my mom and my dad were amazing. They were like, 'Look, we know you're scared, but let's just go tomorrow. Let's go to the first day, and if at any point you feel as if you can't do this, that's fine. Just tell us, we will take you home. We love you no matter what.'" And she said, so I went the next day and I was standing in line getting ready for registration, and I looked around and I just knew I couldn't do it. I knew I wasn't ready. I knew I had to quit. And she says, I made that decision, and as soon as I made it, there was this incredible feeling of peace that came over me. And I turned to my mom and my dad to tell them that we needed to go home, and just at that moment, you came out of the Student Union building wearing the stupidest hat I have ever seen in my life. It was awesome. And you had a big sign promoting Shinorama, which is Students Fighting Cystic Fibrosis, a charity I've worked with for years, and you had a bucket full of lollipops. And you were walking along and you were handing the lollipops out to people in line and talking about Shinorama. And all of a sudden, you got to me, and you just stopped, and you stared. It was creepy. This girl right here knows exactly what I'm talking about. And then you looked at the guy next to me, and you smiled, and you reached in your bucket, you pulled out a lollipop, and you held it out to him. And you said, you need to give a lollipop to the beautiful woman standing next to you. And she said, I have never seen anyone get more embarrassed faster in my life. He turned beet red, and he wouldn't even look at me. He just kind of held the lollipop out like this. And I felt so bad for this dude that I took the lollipop. And as soon as I did, you got this incredibly severe look on your face, and you looked at my mom and my dad and you said, look at that, look at that. First day away from home, and already she's taking candy from a stranger. And she said everybody lost it. 20 feet in every direction, everyone started to howl. And I know this is cheesy, and I don't know why I'm telling you this, but in that moment when everyone was laughing, I knew that I shouldn't quit. I knew that I was where I was supposed to be, and I knew that I was home. And I haven't spoken to you once in the 4 years since that day, but I heard that you were leaving. And I had to come up and tell you that you've been an incredibly important person in my life, and I'm gonna miss you. Good luck. And she walks away, and I'm flattened. And she gets about 6 feet away, she turns around and smiles and goes, you should probably know this too. I'm still dating that guy 4 years later. A year and a half after I moved to Toronto, I got an invitation to their wedding. Here's the kicker, I don't remember that. I have no recollection of that moment, and I've searched my memory banks because that is funny, and I should remember doing it, and I don't remember it. And that was such an eye-opening, transformative moment for me to think that maybe the biggest impact I'd ever had on anyone's life, a moment that had a woman walk up to a stranger 4 years later and say, you've been an incredibly important person in my life, was a moment that I didn't even remember. How many of you guys have a lollipop moment, a moment where someone said something or did something that you feel fundamentally made your life better? All right. How many of you have told that person they did it? See, why not? We celebrate birthdays where all you have to do is not die for 365 days. And yet we let people who have made our lives better walk around without knowing it. And every single one of you has been the catalyst for a lollipop moment. You have made someone's life better by something that you said or that you did. And if you think you haven't, think about all the hands that didn't go back up when I asked that question. You're just one of the people who hasn't been told. But it is so scary to think of ourselves as that powerful. It can be frightening to think that we can matter that much to other people. Because as long as we make leadership something bigger than us, as long as we keep leadership something beyond us, as long as we make it about changing the world, we give ourselves an excuse not to expect it every day from ourselves and from each other. Marianne Williamson said, "Our greatest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our greatest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light and not our darkness that frightens us." And my call to action today is that we need to get over that. We need to get over our fear of how extraordinarily powerful we can be in each other's lives. We need to get over it so we can move beyond it. And our little brothers and our little sisters, and one day our kids, or our kids right now, can watch us start to value the impact we can have on each other's lives more than money and power and titles and influence. We need to redefine leadership as being about lollipop moments. How many of them we create, how many of them we acknowledge, how many of them we pay forward, and how many of them we say thank you for. Because we've made leadership about changing the world, and there is no world. There's only 6 billion understandings of it. And if you change one person's understanding of it, one person's understanding of what they're capable of, one person's understanding of how much people care about them, one person's understanding of how powerful an agent for change they can be in this world, you've changed the whole thing. And if we can understand leadership like that, I think if we can redefine leadership like that, I think we can change everything. And it's a simple idea, but I don't think it's a small one. And I want to thank you all so much for letting me share it with you today.
Yay, announcements. Hey, Jacob. Have you seen Haley anywhere?
No.
Okay. Hey, Ariana. Have you seen Haley anywhere? Who? Haley, the girl in our class. We're doing announcements together. Has anyone seen Haley?
Can you sit down already?
Okay. I think I need someone new to do announcements with me.
Happy Halloween, Clear Falls, and good morning. I'm Garrett Few.
And I'm Ruben Grave. We'll get back to the mystery of Haley Finn in a bit.
But first, do you hate when you go to trick-or-treating and you get the Halloween candy you absolutely hate? Well, so do we.
Oh, man, this is like really awful. Like all the sugar. Oh, I don't understand why this is like the candy for like Halloween because it's so disgusting. Taste is just so awful. And the texture is just so like chewy and just sugary. I just really hate it.
And it's disgusting, but I'm gonna eat it. It's just not good.
It's really like sad. Like I feel like if sad had a physical manifestation, this would be it.
It just tastes like plastic and bad medicine.
The feel of it alone is so unappealing, and then the taste, oh God.
10 out of 10 would not eat again.
Do I have to eat all of this?
You have to eat all that.
I'd honestly rather get shot than eat black licorice.
Thing. Fast. Chew it up fast.
Oh my God. Oh, there you go.
Chew.
It tastes like a tire.
This, like, it's a taste that should not be safe for humans to eat.
So gross. So disgusting and chewy. It just makes it longer in your mouth.
You know, that's actually better than I remember.
This is vile. Anyone who eats these things are swamp creatures. It's disgusting.
I changed my mind.
Like tastes like hot sauce on like a pill. I don't know.
Oh my god. I want to spit this thing out. This is awful.
Kind of like those Micah Nights, but you know, disgusting.
It's like cinnamon, but it's also spicy at the same time. I don't know how else to describe it. It's awful. That's all I can say. Woo-hoo-hoo. Ew. It's hard.
It's chewy and hard.
It's really stuck. The flavor is sinking. Oh.
How's it taste?
Like rubber. Yeah. I don't want to chew it anymore.
Here's what's happening this week on the campus.
All right, everyone. I've been undercover at this school for years.
Investigating the mysteries of the paranormal, the abnormal.
Thomas, what's going on, man? Give me back the camera.
No!
Thomas! No, my camera! What's going on?
And the normal.
And it's time to figure out who killed Haley. Everybody's a suspect, and everybody's gonna have to talk to me in the back so we can figure out who did this.
Well, have you ever been to a pep rally at the school?
Well, I mean, I really don't like her hair.
No, I didn't kill Haley, but I can see why someone would.
Honestly, like, I'm the real victim here. I'm the one that found the dead body. Like, no one's asked me how I've been doing or anything. And, like, I should be on the news. I should be on talk shows and all this kind of stuff. I'm over here just like, people just forgot. How could you forget that? Like, I'm traumatized.
There is still time to carve a pumpkin. Here are some helpful tips to get you through.
Hello, I am Cole Brown, and it's that time of the season again. It's time for Halloween. And you know what that means? Pumpkins and carving. We got big knives, we got a spoon, we got another knife. It's gonna be hype. We have some pumpkins, we got this thing, and we also have some candy corn. And if you don't like candy corn, I hate you. Okay, so the first step we're gonna have to do is that we're gonna have to open this up so that we can get all the seeds out of it, because you can tell it's very hollow. Listen. You can also check with a rubber band, so if you just kind of hit it like this and go, ow! So what we're gonna have to do is that we'll get the little tiny knife, so we'll just have to kind of find a good place to start. Maybe like here. Oh no, I did. There we go. And you just wanna start carving it. Just start carving it out. It's gonna have to start. If you get your finger, it's fine. You can always grow new ones. It's science. There we go. Listen to that baby purr. No way. Baby purr. This is fun, isn't it? Isn't this just so much fun? Aren't you just having such a good diddly old time? Oh shoot. I really did hit my finger, and it was nice. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna freaking... And... voila! So yeah, you have now carved the pumpkin. Anyways, let's get some of these seeds out. Let's just get some of these seeds out. Okay. I got a little, you know what, I'm done. I'm just gonna go in, just gonna get it all. See, you've gotta be a barbarian about this sometimes. Step 2, we're gonna draw a face. We need a medic! Do you hear this? And here is my final result. So We kind of want to, it's not like this where you kind of want to have to go head on. This one, you just want to be more calm about it. Get in the freaking hole. It's right there. Just bring it on. Wow. It's actually stuck. You know, I'm done with this. I just wanted some peace and quiet. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, this is my final product. As you can see here, we got a nice eye. And I know a lot of people like to draw pumpkins instead of carve them, so I just wanted to incorporate both. So I both carved and drew the pumpkin. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you learned something today. I'll be eating this later because I need to go to lunch. See ya.
Have you heard of Bean Boozle? Well, I have, and I played, and I did not like it. Here's the bit.
Hey, my name is Ty.
And I'm Dane.
Max.
Ruben.
And we're here today with Jelly Belly's own Bean Boozled Challenge. The objective of this game is to spin this spinner, which has multiple colors of jelly beans on it. Once you spin the spinner, it will land on something, for example, chocolate pudding or canned dog food. Those two flavors are going to be the same color, so you don't know which flavor you're going to get. Let's try one. Caramel corn or moldy cheese?
Spoiled milk. Spoiled milk.
Okay. Are you ready? I'm ready.
Okay.
That's moldy cheese. That's 100% moldy cheese.
Caramel corn.
Milk.
Buttered popcorn or rotten egg?
A dead fish or strawberry? Is it this one? Or is it
This one right here, huh?
might be that one?
Are you ready? Yeah, let's get into it.
It's the
It's
yellow
this one, right?
Is it this one?
It's the one next to the like dark green one.
Oh my gosh.
This one.
Yeah.
Is this one?
Yeah, this is peach and bark. Right here.
No, this is Tutti Frutti though.
Yeah, I think I picked up the wrong one. I think it was caramel corn. Did you get moldy cheese or rotten egg?
I don't know, it's not good though.
This is the fish.
No. Describe the taste.
Putrid.
Does anybody have gum?
No.
Before I eat this. You got gum?
Tutti Frutti or stinky socks? Or stinky blinky skunk skunk? That's Tutti Frutti, baby.
No, mine isn't. Wow, they nailed that one. More in a unicorn costume. Torturing myself.
Peach or barf?
I'm the trash man.
I think if I get barf, I will barf.
It's okay.
This is atrocious.
I don't even know what I'm tasting. I think I grabbed the wrong one, but it's not good. I think it's moldy cheese.
Do we have to swallow?
The last one's okay. This one got it in like every crevice of my teeth. There's definitely lawn clippings, but it tastes pretty good. Wish I wrote my will.
It's buttered popcorn, but still. John.
I missed. Wait, I have. Oh, it's not. It's like 5 times worse than I expected. Oh, I wish I was exaggerating right now. That's not fun at all. That's not fun at all.
So, Kat, you've already done the watermelon challenge, and now you're moving to pumpkins. So, why are you doing this again?
Because it's Halloween and pumpkins are a part of Halloween, so I just think it'd be a fun experience to explode some other type of food.
So, do you think the pumpkin explosion is going to go as well as the watermelon one?
It might not, because we don't have as many rubber bands this time, but I'm still rooting for the pumpkin that it's going to explode.
You only want to socialize, but I don't think we should.
A spooky, scary skeleton shouts startling, shrilly screams. They'll sneak under sarcophagus and just won't leave you be.
So, Catherine, how'd that turn out?
Oh, you thought I was gonna pop this using rubber bands? Well, you were wrong. Never judge a book by its cover.
Let's end the show with a special look into Dr. Mueller's blood drive from this past Friday. And remember,
It's a great day to be a knight.
We're here at the blood bank with
Jet.
Victoria.
Why are you here?
I'm here to donate blood.
Why would anybody willingly give up their blood? It's so sweet.
I mean, it's gonna help save some lives, so I might as well.
Well, I've saved my appetite for this moment, so do you have a favorite blood type?
I'd have to say O positive. It's my favorite.
Oh, I like an aged O negative. That's my favorite. At least like 2009 and below. And you're working the blood drive, so can you tell me, where does the blood go?
The blood is taken to MD Anderson and it helps save 3 lives.
So how do you get the blood?
Well, you go into one of the buses and then a MD Anderson worker they just take it with the needle and it goes into a bag.
So how big are the needles?
They're huge.
Like,
So what should we do before we donate blood, or what not to do? Give us some tips.
What not to do? Well, what you can do is about a month before really start increasing your protein intake.
Is half of a Hot Pocket a good breakfast?
No, it's not. And what happens when you eat like that? You might get sick, you might throw up, you might faint, you might just feel miserable like this person right here does.
no, ma'am. Just the thought of a needle.
Really?
Yeah.
This is weird.
I take blood. I don't know if I can give.
What, guys? I was just back there taking a nap. What did I miss? Well, it's a great day to be a knight.